speaking of another team who is rolling right now, the Washington Wizards. Hey, you know what, L'Oreal? Did you know that the Washington Wizards, they have won 13 out of the last 16 games? I mean,
They're on a
that's
roll.
I
They're
know
on a
they
roll.
they're on a roll. I mean, it's true. I didn't know you can roll like that. I mean, shoot, they're rolling at the right place at the right time. But anyway, let's get back to this. So, oh man, where do I begin? Russell Westbrook, this guy. I mean, he's gonna listen. It's official. He's gonna average a triple double this season, 4 times out of the last 5 seasons. No other player has done that. He also has made history a few days ago, where he has the most 20 assists triple double games. He has 5 of them. All right, Magic has 4, Rajon Rondo has 3, and Oscar Robertson has 1. He is 4 games away to break Oscar Robertson's triple double record in the regular season. I mean, he's on the verge to make history, whether it's this season or next season. It's going to happen eventually. We all know that. And when that happens, we need to see that on television. But there is something that Scott Brooks said. I mean, Scotty Brooks, the Washington Wizards, says something about good old Russell Westbrook. Okay. So, L'Oreal, can you read what Scotty Brooks said about Russell Westbrook?
Absolutely. So, according to NBC Sports Washington, he said, in quote, I used to always say he's going to probably go down as the third best point guard ever. But I think he's past one and he's going to go down as probably the second best. Obviously, one is Magic. What he does, there's no point guard that has ever done it. Nobody.
L'Oreal, I have a lot of things to say, but I'm going to let you take the first take on this.
I disagree. Is Russell Westbrook going to be a top 5 point guard? Yes, I do. I think with his resume, it's really hard to really not put him in that realm because of what
Really?
he's done.
Wait. You think
What?
he's gonna wait? You think when it's all said and done, he's gonna be a top 5 point guard of all time?
Yes, I do.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
I believe
wow.
so. I believe he does. But obviously, we know what Russell Westbrook is as a dynamic, as a part of the dynamic duo, as a dynamic player himself, as a record breaker, stack, stat stuffer, all of those things. But we don't know who Russell Westbrook is as a champion. And I think that is the only thing that's going to hold Russell Westbrook back from being a part of the conversation or to actually, be in the conversation. He doesn't have any championships. His playoff record, it's not the worst, but recently it's not the best. And I
Oh
think
no, it's
people are
not.
looking, and I think people are definitely looking at what he's been doing as of late, which is completely understandable because when we look at a guy like Russell Westbrook, I never thought to see Russell Westbrook in a situation where he would move to, I believe, 4 different teams within a span of like 3 to 4 years. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, he moving
You know,
everywhere.
yes, like with that talent, I definitely did not expect that to happen. But I think in the midst of it all, whatever situation he's been in, he always sees that moment every single time. And you cannot say that he does not. He sees that moment every single time. He sees the moment in the regular season. He has seized the moment in the playoffs. Is it every single time? No, but we can't sit up there and say that Russell Westbrook has not showed up when it counted the most in playoffs. We can't say that. But when we look at his resume, playoff wise, and the fact that he doesn't have any championships, that is definitely going to affect on whether or not he's going to be a top 2 or 3 point guard. I think that with this triple double, it gives him an edge because just knowing Russell Westbrook in the very beginning stages of his career, can we definitively say that we expected Russell Westbrook to be who he is? No. I don't think Russell Westbrook was going to be, who he is right now at this moment. Do I always known him for being a straight dog and always having a chip on his shoulder? And he plays through that every single night for, over the past 10 seasons? Absolutely. But when we talk about top 5 and even top 2, you got to have some championships. I don't think people are going to ride on you just because you average a triple double every season for the past 5 seasons. That's good and all. And most definitely, I will put Russell Westbrook within that top 5 conversation because of that and because of his dominance. But top 2, I have to disagree with Scott Brooks. I don't see it.
Okay, all right, okay. In the words of Chris Broussard, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Scotty, stop it! Scotty, what are you talking about, man? Talk about he's the second best point guard ever. Look, let me just say this. Scottie Pippen. I mean, not Scottie Pippen. Hold on.
Scotty Brooks.
That was it. Scotty Brooks. Listen, I understand that you coached Russell Westbrook for how many years? 8 years, 9, somewhere like that. Russell Westbrook is one of the 10 greatest point guards of all time. I don't know about top 5, but top 10 for sure. He is one of the 75 greatest players ever to pick up the basketball in the NBA. Okay. He is the most athletic point guard ever. All right. There was one time there was a debate between him and Derrick Rose, but of course Derrick Rose got hurt and that changed everything. But Russell Westbrook, we have never seen someone like him on a everyday basis. I mean, he plays so hard. He's spectacular. Okay. Anybody close to that? I don't think they were like this guy in an 82 game season and then the playoffs. Okay. Just averaging a triple double. He's doing things that we have never seen before. So we're going to say that right now. However, he is not the second best or greatest point guard ever. Sorry. All right. Look, he paused himself when he was talking about that he didn't say Magic Johnson because he would have been straight up delusional. But I'm sorry. I'm not putting him over Steph Curry. And I don't even believe that Steph Curry is even number 2. I'm not putting him over Isaiah Thomas. I'm not even going to put him over Oscar Robertson. With that being said, and you know what's crazy about this? I might not even put him over Jason Kidd or John Stockton. The thing about Russell Westbrook, and I think this is something that also get us, like you said, it's the playoffs. In the regular season, him averaging triple-double, that's great, that's cool. The issue with Russell Westbrook is that when it was time for him to lead a team, the best case scenario was, I can get you to the playoffs, but we're still going to lose in the first round. And we saw what happened in the playoffs after KD left. First round exit in 2017. First round exit in 2018 when you had Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, and you lost to a rookie, Donovan Mitchell. First round exit in 2019 against Dame Dollar in Portland. Still, and even though you didn't lose in the first round last year when you were in Houston, you were damn near close. All right. So with all that being said, Russell Westbrook, he's a great individual, a talent. He is one of the greatest players to ever play this game. We should congratulate him. We should put our swords down and clap our hands when he makes history this season or next season when he breaks the Big O's record for triple doubles in the regular season. But what he does in the playoffs, it's just not a situation where you say he could win. I'm sorry. I mean, he doesn't have any championships, and it's not like he didn't have any talent. I mean, just think about this. And I think a lot of people disrespect Isaiah Thomas a lot, but let's be real. A lot of people disrespect Isaiah Thomas.
Absolutely.
Isaiah Thomas never had a player like Kevin Durant, James Harden, Paul George, or Carmelo Anthony. I just think you 4 players right there. Never. He never had anyone who was close to that. Look, Isaiah Thomas's 4 best players were Adrian Dantley, Mark Aguirre, Joe Dumars, and Bill Laimbeer. Is any of those 4 players better than KD, James Harden, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony? No. What? So the fact that Isaiah Thomas had that talent, and that's not saying they weren't good. They were good. They were good, especially for that Pistons team. Now, of course, Adrian, got traded away, and we got Mark Guire instead. But still, and Dennis Rodman as well, they were able to win 2 championships. Isaiah Thomas led the Bad Boy Pistons to 2 championships. All right, got a Finals MVP, beat the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan, the Celtics with Larry Bird, and Showtime Lakers in their prime. He beat those teams in their prime. And that's who he beat in 2 years. Russell Westbrook didn't do that. And like I said, with all due respect, he's a great player. But no, he's not. Honestly, I'll say this. If Russell Westbrook would have led a team to the finals like Jason Kidd, we would have thought so. We would have thought like, okay, he's there. If he would have had a championship, we would have thought like, like maybe he is in the top 5. That championship changes everything. And one of the reasons why I wasn't mad that he wanted out of Houston because he didn't want to play with Harden and he doesn't like how things go. But one of the reasons what I didn't like about the fact that Russell Westbrook wanted out was also because Russell Westbrook wanted to be the man. He wanted the ball in his hands majority of the time. He wanted to be that dominant point guard, ball dominant point guard like he was in OKC. And I just feel like that Russell Westbrook should worry more about winning the championship than just to showcase, hey, I look at my individual numbers, look at my stats, which, like I said, we're going to congratulate him when he breaks the Big O's triple-double record. But at the same time, he should be more focused on winning the championship than worry about stats. And so with that being said, I cannot put Russell Westbrook as the second best point guard ever. Okay. Even if he wins a title, he still won't be the second. So I just think people like Scotty Brooks needs to pump the brakes.
Pump them. Slow down.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.